minus armor coming through now. You got the Meld and the Desolator that's going to help them take Roshan, and Beastmaster with the inner beast as well. This is looking like a great Templar Assassin game, and I think Gambit could run over this one as well.
Yeah, Gambit can really work quite well. I mean, their team fight looks pretty good, their pickoff potential looks good, and overall, I think they should be able to beat out Infamous in the second game. I'm a little worried about what Infamous are going to be able to do if it doesn't get off the ground pretty quickly. And if they can't protect their Spectre, especially with these high cooldowns, they could be in trouble.
I think that, yeah, like you said, the high cooldowns, that Gambit are going to play really high tempo lineup. I mean, people might say Warlock's got this massive cooldown on the Golem, but that's really not his true ultimate. A lot of people are saying Fatal Bonds is the true ultimate. There's so much damage output you have throughout the team fights. So Warlock's actually still going to have the input in a fight, even if he doesn't have Golem. But for Tidehunter, you get a gush, but it's Infamous. It's a lot of magic damage. Spectre has 2-3 items, so really works for Infamous right now. You got once keep in mind, you'll see Infamous probably take a fight. They'll blow Ravage, they'll blow Haunt, and Gambit. They'll just walk straight into Roshan, knowing that Infamous don't have the ultimates. Don't have the ultimates, so they can't contest Roshan. The thing is I think this game is a less track. You're going to be the one to make space. You're the one to hit towers. They have no way clearly to start the fight as well unless the Tide gets a blink. Relying on a Spirit Breaker to start a fight is pretty rough. He mainly just wants to disrupt it and allow for someone to catch a support on the backline. So this will be interesting to see though how Infamous try and take this and how they lane well for that matter. Has to go solo down bot, so this is fine. I mean, he's going to be going up against a Beastmaster. Looks like it's going to be another try-v-try. I think the Tide is fine in this matchup. I mean, the slow is a little annoying, but you can deal with the Beastmaster, of course, the ball, because you've got that anchor smash, and Vlad's game, just that aura for the armor, considering Gambit have a lot of minus armor, but
we'll see if they keep these matchups, see how it goes. As Beastmaster bottom, he's got the Call of the Wild, level 1, and he's going to be here with Grimstroke, who's got 5 mangoes to his name.
Yeah, just wants to spam out the, I'm gonna imagine Stroke of Fate. There wouldn't be anything else you'd pick up with 5 mangoes. It was kind of similar to the last series when we saw him playing the Crystal Maiden and just spamming out the Crystal Nova. But with the boundary range, you see how a lot of the time the lanes are incredibly important, so you try and get as much vision as possible, and you see the claws are just playing in the trees. Tidehunter not contesting the room because they don't want to give away the lanes, and also you saw the Hawk not contesting it as well. One, recognizing that it's really hard to contest your safe lane boundary a lot of the time. The enemy offlane is just heavy prioritize that, so you just get 2 for both sides. But also, another thing is you really want to just keep these lanes a secret. FNG
in a lot of trouble. They got the Spirit Break, as well as the Sky End, the Spectre here to try and get first blood. Shadowward keeping him alive for now, getting through these trees, and can he maze his way over the tier 1 tower and survive?
That is all the tangos. He used, I think he didn't need to use 2. You can cut down through there, I believe, and maybe only use 1? I'm not 100% certain with the pathing though, but that is all your tango down now, and FNG only having a clarity and a mango for the Shadow Word, so really low on regen. And they start Immersion down bot, which is, I think, a mistake. You want this try matchup.
Actually, it was using all that regen almost feels worse than giving up first blood.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think he'll probably deny himself at some point, but you see how Bive is playing. They block the cam? Oh, someone must have body blocked that. So, yeah, I mean, of course, you see around the minute mark, the cam's not there, so, but it looks like one of the supports probably body blocked that. Down bot, Hunter is stunned up here, but I think he's fine. Level 2 has the Kraken shell. He just doesn't care.
He quite tanky. He's got 3 mangoes as well as 4 tangos remaining. And it wasn't Stroke of Fate level 1, it ended up being Inkswell for this Grimstroke.
I guess maybe just recognizing, I mean, in a lane versus Tide, you're not going to spam out the, actually, Pepita up top. Looks like he will be fine. Shadow Word's going to take him down a little bit. Not a lot of kill potential without the Grimstroke, but yeah, I think he recognizes that you're not going to spam out the Stroke of Fate against a Tide. They get the silence out though, but Afterlife's not in the area. Stun will connect.
See if they can get the kill. As the Joe is so tanky, and he's going to salve up, stay in this lane, and continue to be a little bit of a thorn in the side of Gambit.
I think you're really happy with how this laning stage is going currently for Infamous. I mean, the try and Hawk up top charge, just friendly tap, a little bit of damage, not really a whole lot, but like I'm saying, I feel like you're pretty happy for Infamous how this laning stage is going. Mid lane looking a little rough for Black, but in hindsight,
they're going to charge all the way through. That goes to the Warlock, so it hits both the Hawk as well as FNG. And they don't commit any further. They're just kind of playing this disruption tactic.
Yeah, we spoke about how the previously the laning hero, so if you can give him a free lane, then that's exactly what the hero needs. And of course, the Grimstroke still being around bot, that's kind of surprising. They're going to try and get the kill on Tide.
Yeah, they've got the silence once again. They're doing a touch of damage here. We'll see if it ends up being enough as they continue to chase, but it is a very tanky Tide, and not the strongest of 2 heroes to go after him.
I don't know why Immersion's still in this lane. Maybe they don't want a Soak experience top, but I still think they need to pressure out this Spectre. They're not doing anything against Hestido as well. He's used a lot of regen, but because he's solo, I mean, he's bringing out... He's got the another set of tangos and a self, so he's fine. I mean, they're giving him prioritization with the Koro because they recognize he's solo. And I mean, there's not much that Dire can actually do in this lane. But mid, maybe they can make a play there.
Now they are looking to get this kill here onto the TA, but the Inkswell might even be able to turn this to get first blood. And Pepita gets taken out by Immersion. Leshrac still looking to go in, misses the split earth. Pepita explosions won't have enough damage either. Ninja is able to survive with Immersion getting first blood.
And he's going straight back down bot, so that's a nice rotation. I mean, he's in, you got the Inks, you're able to close the distance, and Spirit Breaker just not getting that first rotation. Feels a little odd on the hero, but Invis, I wonder if they might try and do a fair bit of damage on Hestijo, but him being level 5 now, having 2 points in the Kraken Doll, 3 in the Smash, the Hawk in trouble top though.
Charge to Hawk, back off, Skidder continuing to give chase. We'll see if anybody rotates to help out this troll. Skidder committing all the way through. He's got Shadow Word on Dahak, so is this going to be enough? He comes over again, not enough mana to reapply that Shadow Word off cooldown, but he has used the Clarity and will eventually have it reapply.
So mid lane I haven't paid too much attention to so far. TA 23 and 13 compared to the... Oh, he just denied himself. What was it? 13 and 5 on the Lesh. Just the power of TA having incredibly high damage early on. Pair that with the refraction as well on Leshrac. We'll be able to rotate back to the jungle. Okay, so Black actually went for the Edict, so no point getting the Storm considering the Templar Assassin will have the refraction, so those Storm, of course, is just going to be completely neglected by the damage block from that Templar Assassin. They're going to try and set up on Afro mid, however.
You stop the charge, though. Maybe you might want to stop the charge, get close enough, recharge from the back, and push him.
It looks like they might do just that.
They've got the slow trap laid down. The TPs are a little slow, and it's just FNG who's unable to get back in. Meanwhile, Hesta Joe, using Ravage, gets the kill on the Grimstroke bottom.
That is a big find for them. I mean, you got to be so happy with how this Tidehunter is going. It's got a level 6 now. They got the Ravage, and he's won this lane single-handedly. 1v2. You got Spectre top of the CS as well. You could be more happy than with how this is going right now for Infamous. And looks like Spirit Breaker's going to try and make a charge play. Hester Joe might be in trouble, however.
the Joe just able to survive.
More likely.
Yeah, he's dead. Pepita gets the kill. Gush comes out onto Immersion, but it's not going to matter.
Nice rotation with the haste, just able to close the distance, and still a lot of probably going to see some emphasis being put on the mid lane. But we spoke about how in the first series that Templar Assassin, you're going to be able to clear these ancient camps incredibly fast, but they haven't stacked anything just yet. Looks like they got a double stack around the top shrine area, so easy for the Templar Assassin to take. But this is kind of surprising they haven't put prioritization on that bot side, but I guess maybe that's the only reason I can see Immersion would be sitting around that area, just to help the Beastmaster and also stack the Ancients, but there's been none of that so far, so it has been interesting laning for the boys. But Hester Joe's going to rotate back down, and we'll be going for the Vlads like we spoke about. The armor aura that you get this game is incredibly good against the minus armor that Dire are going to output.
Clean up these stacks. FNG looking for another one. Towards top, we take a look as Skitter doing pretty well. 8 minutes in, we take a look. He's top of the net worth.
He's having a great
Roar
time.
used, but the charge comes in onto 2. Inkswell though on the Afterlife, so they'll still be able to secure this kill over bottom.
You'll see the Grimstroke and the Beastmaster playing a lot around each other when the Roar is up, because they've got a immense amount of kill potential. I mean, you roll forward, that's one stun, it lasts for 3 seconds, and you got the Inkswell full up as well. He's maxing that out as well. So the max stun duration at full level is 3.7, so if you pair these on top of each other, that's a lot of lockdown they're going to set up on Immersion.
Oh, Grimstroke. Immersion getting chased down here with the charge. He does have the Inkswell to stun up this Spirit Breaker. The silence threw onto the Tide, but no Fiber. Nope. Surviving in the tree so far. Is anybody going to rotate to help him out? Nobody's coming over. He gets back towards the tier 2, but eventually spotted by Pepita and should just be dead.
Like, it's a lot of space though. I mean, it took a lot of time for them to find the Grimstroke, and in the meantime, I guess TA now all of a sudden, top of the CS by a long shot, cleared the stacks around the top shrine area. In the meantime, Dahak still farming up with the Spectre as well, who's going for the Crimson Guard. Okay, I've seen a few Spectres go Vanguard, but not Crimson straight up, and they're going to try and find him here.
Inkswell will stun up this Spectre, and they will get the kill. Immersion getting credit for that one, working with FNG. FNG only level 4, Immersion level 5. We'd like to get those 2 to level 6, have the Chaotic offering as well as the Soulbind, on top of which, Fatal Bonds is at level 2 at the moment, so they can definitely teamfight when those supports hit 6. They might even feel comfortable doing so the second it happens.
Roche Bash.
Spirit Breaker charging all the way through onto the troll. They've got the slow being applied, but the Fatal Bonds comes in as well as the Haunt. They destroy the Hawk, and now they'll haunt forward and jaunt into that illusion that was next to Immersion. They're by the shrine, the charge coming out. I'm not even sure he wants to use the shrine. He'll just give up his life and keep it available.
That's an incredibly good fight. I mean, they get the Haunt usage, so allows Skitter to get to the lane, and I mean, they take 2 kills there. Instead, Gambit don't get anything out of this. Not done just yet. Mid lane, TA.
Radiant Trouble Splitters comes in, the Pulse Nova ringing, and getting a little bit low, but Dahak makes a rotation to get a kill here on Pepita. Black might have committed a little bit too far for this one, but as I say that, the Ravage comes out, and they kill off Dahak. The Primal Roar onto the Leshrac to finally get the kill there. Inkswell right on top, as well as the trap onto this Tide Hunter, and F1 he almost goes down. They end up losing the troll, but TA now taking sole possession of that top of the network spot with that exchange.
I mean, it looked good. I mean, they find 2 kills up top, and they just get a little too aggressive there. Gambit able to keep back pretty hard around that mid lane. They are not getting any tower aggression out of this, which is the main thing. Top's taking a beating from the Spectre, but you see Ravage now down, and I mean, what's a Tide Hunter going to do now with Ravage down? guess go back to your lane and just farm up until you get flats. Like, now how does the hero have any impact? And the big thing is Templar Assassin is closing in on that Desolator. Probably going to see the Blink Dagger shortly after, and you've really got to be wary of this, you know, Desolator on the tier. They can take this Roshan incredibly fast. Maybe if they get a lucky DD right outside Roshan, it's always something to fear, especially considering Afterlife has the medallion now completed. It is actually more fun than the Tidehunter.
Oh, Spirit Breaker taking a lot of damage over bottom. The Hawk chasing him down will get the kill. They'll gush the Hawk, but it won't matter, and he's starting to get a couple of kills here and get the ball moving.
Love the movement from Gambit. They hit the big level 6 Soulbind and Chaotic Offering ready and waiting. They know the Ravage on cooldown, so they're going to try and get a kill and lead that into a tier 1 tower. And Hawk will be going for the Diffusal Blade as well, so a great way to just... it allows you to take fights a lot early on. I mean, we see a few trolls going for the Battle Fury Maelstrom as well. That depends how greedy they want to go, but the Diffusal Blade just allows you to...
They've got the silence, they've placed down a sentry, Inkswell on top of the Hawk. Primal were committed to get the kill, and it was something we were talking about earlier. When you don't have that Ravage, you are very susceptible in this game to this Gambit lineup.
And now they push incredibly fast. I mean, double ball, you got Max in inner base, mid lane as well, going to be under threat after it falls, but they get the Soulbind. Yeah, rough to fight into a Leshrac with 4.8 deaths. A lot of damage. And, you know, it's actually hard to recognize how much damage the Edict starts out for, because you don't know, if he's got a few in Lightning Storm or not, but should have recognized soon. That rotation as well, I mean, they find the TA, it also stops them putting pressure on the T2 tower, which they probably should have taken. Slows down the TA's farm, who hasn't got Desolator yet after all the space. That's a big kill for them, but also Spectre. Okay, so he hasn't gone for the Vanguard. Oh, sorry, I should say the Crimson Guard. He's going now for the Radiance. Switches the item choice. Has 2,500 gold in the bank. Went for the phase into the Soul Ring. I really like to phase this game, considering you just need the armor because of the TA. And you don't really need the Tread Swap because you have the Soul Ring. So they're going to continue the push here. Ravage is up, you gotta be careful of that, so is Horn.
And they were charging that creep. Let's see how much they're willing to commit. Stroke of Fate, it's on the Hester Joe. He's got the Ravage, there's a couple heroes around. He'll end up being silent, so any pressure that's gonna come, it gives him a moment to back off.
They see Black TP to the Shrine though, after Ninja was positioning right on top of it. Spirit Breaker on a trap as well, so in the meantime, Media's gonna get pushed in, but they get a T2 tower. And Gambit are playing really well around this, actually, just taking towers early. I mean, that is only 2 towers for them, but still a T2 down bot. That is a fair bit of gold. You see, slightly have the net worth lead. I mean, it's very minimal.
This game is very close at the moment, despite it feeling like Gambit had a bit more of a lead.
They want to defend this, though.
The cooldown, that is Ravage.
This is a great workaround.
Contest this. The charge on immersion. They need to get a silence out here. Spawn's going to be followed up with the Ravage, and they'll take out the Hawk. The Soulbind comes in, and a Chaotic Offering as well as the Fate of Odds. Now they've got the Primal that's going to land on the 2 of these stores. They take it out of immersion. That's going to be 2 dead for the turn 1 back, turn 2 back. So Skinner and Bibber go down, and Black in so much trouble. He is going to fall. Double kill here for FNG. The Fatal Bonds just do so much damage, and they clean house.
I don't know if they can Desolator. Just got picked up. Okay, wow. Oh, wow, maybe they can do it. Holy crap, that's falling pretty fast. That fight looked really good for the start for Infamous. I mean, you see, they wrap all the way around with the smoke. They get a perfect charge going straight. I think the charge connected on at least 3 heroes. A great Ravage as well, but Chaotic Offering with Fatal Bonds, they just fight on top of it. And I think Infamous, they had to disengage as soon as you get the Fatal Bonds on top of these multiple heroes, and also that double primal roll, the lockdown coming through thanks to the Soulbind. It's just, even though Gambit lost the hero, I believe it was the Troll. Of course, he did buy back. So even though the Troll got lost at the very start, they were able to take a really good team fight. Kind of surprised they gave the Aegis to the Templar Assassin as well, considering Troll did buy back. A lot of the time, if a hero buys back, you want to give them the Aegis just because of the buyback death timer.
One of the things here too is, you know, off that fight, you've used Haunt, you've used Ravage, and now they've got an Aegis. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Gambit, once they've gotten Primal Roar and Soulbind back up, to play it aggressively. They don't need to wait for Chaotic Offering.
Yeah, the big thing is remember, like you just said, don't have to wait for Chaotic Offering. Top lane to Hawk, though.
Oh, charge to Hawk, in trouble, but the Shadow Word is there. They don't have the damage.
Just the power of the Warlock being able to keep the core alive here with the Shadow Word. Let's see, what are they able to do here? I think Infamous are looking... I mean, the good thing is the Spectre is continuing to farm. I mean, working on the Radiance, that death at the mid lane was pretty rough for Skitter here, but as long as they can give him enough space across the map, they can't really defend the towers though with the Ravage on cooldown, and Gaia recognize this, so they're just going to continue the push here. Wouldn't be surprised if they want to take the tier 2, but I guess Radiant do have really good vision around their shrine. But you see how fast they push though. I mean, minus armor, you got the inner beast, it's just incredibly fast. The Hawk just picked up the diffuser blade as well, so that's a lot of damage and a great way to kite out. You can slowly burn the Leshrac's Metapool and kite the Spectre as well. They want to fight though, this smoke.
And that was straight into a smoke after taking that tower. Black, oh boy, this is such a bad spot for him to be in, and that is the spot that he will most likely die in.
There you go, dead for 45, and right in front of that T2 tower, they've got the creep wave coming through. They want to go top as well, potentially. They can definitely get some objectives out of this. Let's see what Radiant can really do. You're about to have, you know, the first Radiant's Haunt, which is a big timing for them. Tier 2 falls top, and they're not done just yet. Speak about this time and time again. First Aegis, you get all the outer towers, and it's a principle, and Gambit, they're living up to that. Tier 2's probably about to fall here, but the Glyph does keep it alive for a little while longer. Radiant want to defend this with the Ravage.
It's such a problem, because if they lose this fight with Ravage and Haunt, I think that almost seals it up for Gambit if they could pull out without losing too many.
Yeah, you see that, just Gambit, they win one fight, they take towers incredibly fast, and it's really under Leshrac for Radiant who can push fast. That's the issue, and there's no way they can start the fight on Afro, I guess, if you charge forward, but Gambit are well aware. I mean, they've just got to make sure they don't group up for a big charge or a big Ravage, and they find Skitter up top as well. Looks like just forcing some pressure. Charge is going to come through. Radiant are rotating. The Hawk's got to be careful.
Yeah, the Haunt gets committed to this one, because I believe the fight took place a little bit further back. They went to go save the Spectre immediately, but now the Ravage follows it up. Got the Spirit Bonds as well as the Soul Line onto a couple of Chaotic Offering. Is going to be thrown down as well as the Primal War. He's going to end up dying, but he's already got his kit dropped. They'll take up Black Beaver and Pepita. They'll look for more. They look at the Tide. Hesta Joe doesn't have anything to throw anymore. And a double kill here for Afro Ninja. And potentially a fifth in Skitter.
He does not have a TP here.
Slowed up. Diffuser Blade. Right clicks coming in. The Meld Strike out onto the Spectre. Full Tomb Wipe here for Gambit. And that's what I'm talking about. They no longer have Haunt. They no longer have Ravage. And the Aegis is still alive for about 5 more seconds as Gambit can put the pressure on.
What a team fight, man. I mean, the Soulbind, double Roar, double Fatal Bonds, you drop the Rock and Infamous, you just got to disengage straight away, but they can't because there's so much damage output. One Fatal Bonds is enough, but when you have double Fatal Bonds, you just see what happens. Infamous get completely ripped apart, and now they're just going to lose a full set of racks here. And let's see, Aegis, 10 more seconds. So, okay, they're back off. I'm kind of surprised. I guess their ultimates are on cooldown. And with the Aegis about to get reclaimed, so now shrines are available. They do have the bounty runes to pick up. And they got some items to buy as well.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
So what else can they...
For the TA. And honestly, Gambit find themselves completely in the driver's seat. And they have another minute to do something with Ravage and Haunt down.
You're just seeing how kind of useless this Tide is. You get the big Ravage, and what do you do afterwards? Like, it's just... You chuck out Gush, but the team does no physical damage. Gambit actually aren't done. I mean, their ultimates are going to be up shortly. Raw's up. They got the Soulbind as well. Looks like they just want to force Radiant back. Try and, get them outside.
Radiant's
Put them in the base so they can't get any farm. At least the Skiller is down, but he is about to have Haunt, so of course you see Spectre often, just the ones sitting in the side lane, because of course you always have the Haunt to join the fight. But second shrine is now about to fall, and all of a sudden, I mean, Gambit, 12k gold net worth lead.
Has fallen.
And it's skyrocketed up for them all of a sudden. Does a win probably 91% too. That's yikes.
And it was pretty close until that last fight, and it's like you said, skyrocketed up.
And it's just
not many answers for Infamous again. The fights have to go perfect, but when you're using your whole kit, it just seems so hard. It has to Joe. He hit up pretty hard. They charge it, and they also drop down the Skyrad bolt. They will get themselves the Grimstroke as well as using that Ravage, but they drop the Chaotic Offer.
Double Fatal Bond.
Or they'll take out Black. The two supports are on Gambit, but at this point, when you've dropped what you've got, you don't need your support. So Skitter will go down. Again, they'll buy back on this. Shrek, they'll chase after the Spirit Breaker, who will try to TP out, but the damage is there to get the kill. Triple kill here for Apo Ninja. And now, Black comes close to Daha, but I don't know if you want to be that close to Daha.
They don't have Ravage, so you feel pretty safe walking up high ground here, and you see Grimstroke making sure he gets the Soulvine off before he dies. It allows him to get the double fatal bombs in the back line. There wasn't that big two-man roll, actually. TA, a little charger, but we'll be fine. SHO does have the Crimson Guard, so it's going to help protect Araxi.
But they just used Twitter a moment ago. They want to fight. I feel like they think it's all or nothing at the moment. It's silenced. Like, what else do you have? Stroke of Fate comes in on Hested Joe, the Melon Strike as well as the silence. Now the fatal bonds on everybody. Where do you run to? BKB is popped. There's the defusal on Black. He's one shot away from dying. The charge comes out, but it's not going to matter.
They know it's over. That charge.
70. Capito's going to follow that up with his own death. Skitter drops as well, and GG will be called. Gambit takes Series 2 up.
What a convincing game. All of a sudden, Gambit, in the driver's seat after that big team fight, and they just, it comes down, I mean, they've got